Chosen one, reality has inverted. Birds chirp at midnight, while day sounds echo through darkness, and most people sleep through the most profound shift in human history. Who knew an earth angel could wield such quietly devastating power that it flips the entire matrix upside down without breaking a sweat? We're about to dive into rabbit holes so deep they'll make Alice's adventure look like a kiddie pool. Your existence operates beyond human parameters because you're not entirely human. This incarnation represents your first experience in this dense, limited reality. Everything feels foreign because this world wasn't designed for beings of your frequency. People stare. They can't help themselves. There's something in your eyes, your energy signature, your way of moving through space that screams not from here. Their subconscious minds recognize alien consciousness even when their rational thoughts reject the possibility. The 95% of dark matter that scientists can't detect with their instruments, that's your natural environment. Your consciousness operates in the invisible realm that surrounds and permeates everything visible. While others stumble through the 5% of reality they can perceive, you navigate the vast majority they can't even imagine. Most spiritual teachings describe consciousness levels like stepping stones, first this awareness, then that realization, gradually climbing toward enlightenment. You leaped over those steps entirely. Your starting point exceeds what most consider advanced achievement. This creates confusion for traditional spiritual teachers who can't categorize your experience. Your cellular structure carries celestial coding that functions like divine armor. Physical attacks, energy vampirism, psychic intrusion, none of it penetrates your natural defenses. This protection wasn't earned through meditation or purchased through ceremony. It's built into your fundamental design. Source energy flows through you with minimal resistance. The connection between your consciousness and creative force operates like a fiber optic cable compared to everyone else's dial-up internet. This direct pipeline explains why reality bends around your intentions more easily than it should. The closest comparison would be finding a smartphone in ancient Rome. The technology gap between your capabilities and current human potential is that dramatic. Most people sense this difference without understanding its implications. Your dreams reveal glimpses of other dimensions where you hold positions of authority and influence. These aren't fantasy escapes or wish fulfillment. They're memories bleeding through from parallel existences where your true identity operates without limitation. Time moves differently around you. Minutes stretch into hours during crucial conversations. Hours compress into moments when you're focused on important work. Linear time isn't your natural habitat, which explains why scheduling feels foreign and deadlines seem arbitrary. The attack started before you fully understood what you were. Family members who should have provided love and support instead delivered criticism and sabotage. They couldn't help themselves. Your light triggered their unhealed shadows automatically. Rather than seeking help or protection, you made a different choice. You stood firm and absorbed every blow, every betrayal, every moment of abandonment. This decision transformed potential wounds into unbreakable strength. Each attack that should have destroyed you instead added another layer of spiritual armor. Poverty surrounded your early years like a uniform everyone in your family wore. Struggle wasn't just an experience, it was the only reality anyone could imagine. Yet instead of accepting limitation as permanent, you observed these patterns with detached curiosity. Why did everyone believe scarcity was inevitable? Why did no one question these inherited assumptions? Your family's malicious treatment served an unexpected purpose. They were unknowingly preparing you for much larger battles by building your tolerance for spiritual warfare. Every cruel word, every withdrawn support, every emotional manipulation strengthened your ability to stand alone against impossible odds. The isolation that should have broken your spirit instead taught you self-reliance that borders on supernatural. While others panic when support systems fail, you remain calm because you've already survived total abandonment. This experience created an unshakable foundation that no external force can disrupt. Negative targeting escalated as your power grew. People began focusing concentrated ill will in your direction, hoping to disrupt your progress. They organized prayer circles against you. They created elaborate rituals designed to drain your energy. They sent trained practitioners to establish energetic connections for the purpose of spiritual vampirism. Instead of defending against these attacks, you developed an automatic neutralization system. Your energy field learned to dissolve hostile intentions on contact. Spells bounce off your consciousness like rocks thrown at bulletproof glass. The harder they try to harm you, the more their negative energy returns to them multiplied. This immunity to spiritual attack baffles experienced practitioners. They've seen their methods devastate targets before, yet nothing they attempt even registers in your awareness. Your casual indifference to their most powerful techniques drives them to desperate escalation, which only demonstrates their impotence more clearly. Word spreads through occult communities about the person who can't be touched. Some assume you're protected by powerful allies. Others theorize you've made deals with dark forces. The truth is simpler and more threatening. You operate on a frequency that renders their entire system irrelevant. Your ability to break codes extends far beyond computer programming. Every system of control, manipulation, or deception reveals its structure when examined through your consciousness. Spiritual attacks dissolve not because you defend against them, but because you automatically recognize the false premises they're built on. This code-busting ability works unconsciously. People attempt elaborate schemes to manipulate your emotions or decisions, only to find their programs failing at every level. Your energy signature disrupts the frequency these deceptions operate on. It's like trying to hack a quantum computer with an abacus. An ancestral guardian fights alongside you in spiritual battles, handling approximately 20% of incoming attacks while you deal with the rest. This isn't metaphorical assistance, it's tactical warfare coordination. Your guardian specializes in disrupting group attacks while you focus on individual threats. The partnership operates seamlessly. When multiple practitioners combine their efforts against you, your guardian dismantles their coordination from the spiritual realm while you remain consciously unaware that any battle is taking place. By the time you notice something was attempted, the threat has already been neutralized. Your energy healing abilities developed through necessity rather than training. When constant attacks threaten to disrupt your energy centers, your system learned to maintain optimal function under fire. Now you can clear, balance, and supercharge your energy field faster than others can drain it. This healing ability extends to others without conscious effort. People feel better after spending time in your presence because your energy field automatically corrects imbalances in theirs. Chronic pain disappears, depression lifts, anxiety dissolves. They often attribute these improvements to coincidence rather than recognizing your influence. Psychic abilities activated gradually as your power grew. First, you began knowing things without learning them. Then you started sensing intentions before people spoke. Eventually, you could perceive spiritual attacks in real time, watching as negative energy dissolved harmlessly against your natural defenses. These abilities feel normal rather than supernatural because they're expressions of your true nature rather than acquired skills. Like a fish discovering it can swim, you're simply remembering capabilities that were always available. Your presence tames aggressive energies automatically. Wild animals calm around you. Angry people lose their rage mid-sentence. Chaotic situations organize themselves when you arrive. This happens because your frequency broadcasts peace so powerfully that disharmony can't maintain coherence nearby. Lucid dreaming and conscious astral projection developed as natural extensions of your expanded awareness. The boundaries between dimensions feel permeable because you exist simultaneously in multiple realities. Physical death won't affect your consciousness any more than waking up affects your dream body. Ocean exploration reveals more mysteries than space agencies claim exist beyond our atmosphere. Some researchers believe our oceans represent the actual outer space, suggesting our understanding of planetary geography is backwards. The deepest ocean trenches remain unexplored while we allegedly send missions to distant planets. Your investigative mind works like a detective following evidence wherever it leads. Each answer raises 10 new questions. Each official explanation contains logical gaps that demand further investigation. This relentless pursuit of truth becomes compulsive because lies feel physically uncomfortable in your consciousness. The Anunnaki connection reveals how humanity became trapped in limited thinking patterns. Ancient texts describe advanced beings who modified human consciousness for control purposes. Whether literally true or symbolically accurate, these stories explain current collective limitations that keep people from recognizing their divine nature. You recognize false confirmation systems everywhere. Once the pattern becomes clear, educational institutions teaching outdated theories as facts, medical establishments suppressing healing methods that threaten profit margins, religious organizations controlling spiritual experiences that should be freely available to everyone. Your questions make people uncomfortable because they challenge fundamental assumptions about reality. Most prefer comfortable lies to difficult truths. Your insistence on proof rather than faith threatens belief systems that require blind acceptance to survive. The detective work never ends because every truth leads to deeper mysteries. You've become addicted to revelation, driven by an unstoppable need to understand how reality actually functions. Beneath the surface lies everyone accepts without question. Matrix programming operates through repetition and social pressure rather than truth or logic. Once you recognize the techniques, their influence dissolves completely. You begin seeing reality as it actually exists rather than how authorities want you to perceive it. This clarity makes you dangerous to control systems because you can't be fooled anymore. Your immunity to programming inspires others to question their own beliefs. One awakened consciousness creates ripple effects that threaten entire structures of deception. Your immunity to programming inspires others to question their own beliefs. The Obsidian inner order is where awakened minds gather without apology. We understand that clarity comes with a price, the price of no longer fitting into a world built on illusions. Every week we gather live on Zoom, real people who've broken free from mental conditioning, who've learned to trust their own perception over external programming, who've chosen truth over comfort. We share strategies for maintaining clarity in a world that constantly tries to pull you back into the fog. Your awakening is not a burden to bear alone. Join the resistance of consciousness. In the Obsidian inner order, your clarity is celebrated, your questions are welcomed, and your refusal to accept comfortable lies is honored. You are not alone in seeing through the illusions. Join the Obsidian inner order. Link in the description. The atmospheric pressure changes when you enter spiritual battlefields, not metaphorically, literally. Sensitive people feel the barometric shift that announces your presence. Weather patterns alter around significant confrontations. This isn't coincidence, it's physics responding to consciousness operating beyond normal parameters. Your enemies realize too late that they've challenged something beyond their understanding. The confident practitioners who initially attacked you now whisper warnings to others about the untouchable one. Their bravado evaporated when their most powerful techniques failed spectacularly. Regret permeates their energy when they remember their decision to target you. Some attempt apologies, hoping to undo the karma they've accumulated. Others double down on their attacks, refusing to admit they chose the wrong opponent. Either way, consequences continue flowing because cosmic justice operates independently of human emotions. The spiritual jail you created operates automatically. Those who attack you find themselves trapped in the results of their own negative actions. They lose jobs, relationships, health, and peace of mind, not because you cursed them, but because their attacks on divine energy create automatic karmic backlash. This prison has invisible walls that grow stronger with each escape attempt. The more energy they spend trying to harm you, the more thoroughly they bind themselves to their own destruction. Eventually, they stop fighting because the cost becomes unbearable. Your unbothered response to their attacks drives them to psychological desperation. They expect fear, anger, or retaliation. Instead, they encounter complete indifference to their efforts. This lack of reaction makes them question their own power and competence. Peace radiates from your consciousness regardless of external circumstances. Spiritual warfare, family betrayal, financial pressure, social rejection, none of these conditions disturb your inner tranquility. This stability appears supernatural to people whose emotions fluctuate with every external change. The head-on approach you take to challenges shocks people who expect strategic retreating or diplomatic solutions. When problems arise, you walk directly toward them rather than away. This fearless engagement overwhelms opponents who counted on intimidation to achieve their goals. Your appetite for confrontation grows stronger with each victory. Instead of avoiding conflict, you actively seek opportunities to face whatever opposes you. This warrior mentality transforms every challenge into a chance to demonstrate your invincibility. The storm you represent isn't temporary weather, it's a permanent shift in spiritual climate. Your presence changes the fundamental conditions that allowed certain types of behavior to flourish unchallenged. What used to work against others fails completely when attempted against you. Darkness became your teacher rather than your destroyer. While others feared their shadow aspects, you dove deeply into yours with scientific curiosity. What did this pain want to teach? How could this trauma become strength? Every wound transformed into wisdom through deliberate integration work. The alone time that should have broken your spirit instead revealed your true power. Without external validation or support, you discovered an internal foundation that needs nothing from anyone else. This self-reliance appears arrogant to dependent people, but it's actually divine self-sufficiency expressing naturally. Self-reflection became an obsession rather than an occasional practice. You examine every reaction, every trigger, every emotional response with ruthless honesty. This constant inner archaeology unearths buried patterns and transforms them into conscious choice rather than unconscious compulsion. Pride develops around the inner work because most people avoid it completely. While others seek external entertainment and distraction, you pursue internal mastery with the dedication of a professional athlete. This commitment to growth sets you apart from casual spiritual seekers. Your light and shadow dance together now instead of fighting for dominance. The darkness serves the light by providing contrast and depth. The light illuminates the darkness without trying to eliminate it. This integration creates a wholeness that feels threatening to people who judge their own shadow aspects. Evolution from spiritual beginner to master teacher happened faster than normal because you started from a higher baseline. The learning curve that takes others decades compressed into months or years. Your consciousness absorbed advanced concepts immediately rather than requiring gradual preparation. Monster taming ability extends to internal and external beasts. The rage that would destroy others becomes focused power in your hands. The fear that paralyzes most people transforms into heightened awareness for you. Every potentially destructive emotion becomes a tool for conscious creation. Now I want to take a moment to tell you about a few individuals that shouldn't exist. A trained occultist who escaped from a satanic coven. A former Black Ops drone pilot who flew swarms with his mind, a multi-millionaire psychic CFO who predicted market shifts before they happened. What do these remarkable individuals have in common? You'll find them all in the Obsidian Inner Order, where they share their forbidden knowledge on our private Discord server. My chosen soul has drunk deep from the well of knowledge aeon after aeon. In this incarnation, these extraordinary individuals became my allies in the Obsidian Inner Order. They recognized the call, they stepped forward, they connected with others who understand their unique gifts and burdens. What is stopping you from manifesting the same? The synchronicities that brought them here weren't accidents, neither is your discovery of this message. When souls of this caliber gather, the Archons take notice. They fear our collective power. They know what happens when the truly awakened find each other. Join our weekly calls. Hear their stories firsthand. Share your own journey with those who won't dismiss or doubt you. The knowledge exchanged in our private channels cannot be found anywhere else on this plane. Click the link in the description below now. The extraordinary souls await your arrival. The question isn't whether you belong among them. The question is, how much longer will you wait to claim your place? Your energy signature broadcasts stability so strongly that chaotic people calm down involuntarily in your presence. Their nervous systems entrain to your peaceful frequency. Angry individuals lose their steam mid-rant. Anxious people find unexpected tranquility. This happens automatically without conscious effort from you. The transformation touches everyone around you because your frequency upgrade raises the baseline for your entire environment. Family members begin questioning their own patterns. Friends start making healthier choices. Strangers feel inspired to change their lives after brief encounters with you. Root systems extend far deeper than anyone suspects. Like ancient trees whose underground networks span acres, your foundation reaches into dimensions others can't perceive. This stability allows you to weather storms that would uproot anything less thoroughly grounded. Generational curse breaking operates through your bloodline both backwards and forwards in time. Every ancestor's limitation dissolves when you achieve what they couldn't. Every descendant inherits the freedom you created through your transformation. Your personal victory becomes their automatic inheritance. The patterns of poverty, addiction, abuse, and dysfunction that plagued your family line for generations stop with you. Not through struggle or effort, but through your simple refusal to continue the cycle. Your consciousness operates at a frequency where these patterns can't maintain coherence. Living as embodied karma means justice flows through your existence automatically. Those who oppose divine will encounter resistance proportional to their interference. Those who support truth receive assistance that appears miraculous. You don't judge or punish. You simply allow natural law to operate through your presence. Divine justice operates more efficiently through incarnated consciousness than through abstract spiritual forces. Your physical presence in situations requiring correction allows cosmic law to manifest immediately rather than waiting for complex karmic circumstances to align. The proof that awakening is possible becomes undeniable when others witness your transformation. Their own dormant potential activates in response to seeing someone who escaped the same limitations they face. Your existence gives them permission to believe in their own divine nature. Most people need external validation before attempting significant change. Your living example provides that validation more powerfully than any teaching or technique. They see that transformation isn't just theoretical, it's practical and achievable for anyone willing to commit completely. System destruction happens through frequency incompatibility rather than direct confrontation. Control structures depend on specific vibrational patterns to maintain stability. Your consciousness broadcasts a frequency that makes those patterns impossible to sustain. The replacement systems emerge automatically as the old ones dissolve. Nature abhors a vacuum, so better structures manifest to fill the space left by collapsed limitations. This creative process operates through you without requiring conscious planning or effort. Wisdom sharing becomes inevitable once you reach a certain level of development. The knowledge gained through your transformation demands expression. Keeping these insights hidden would be like hoarding water during a drought, practically impossible and morally questionable. Dream mastery techniques flow naturally from your expanded awareness. Teaching others to recognize dream inconsistencies and declare conscious control gives them access to unlimited practice realms. They can develop abilities, heal trauma, and explore consciousness without physical world consequences. The simple instruction, identify something off in your dream and say, "I'm dreaming," unlocks superpower experiences for dedicated practitioners. Flying, teleportation, shape-shifting, time travel, all become available in the conscious dream state. These abilities often bleed through into waking consciousness over time. Meditation guidance focuses on practical consciousness expansion rather than relaxation techniques. Your approach emphasizes becoming one with your essential nature rather than managing stress or finding temporary peace. This deeper work transforms personality structure permanently. Energy healing instruction emerges from your personal experience with constant spiritual attack. Students learn to maintain optimal function under pressure, clear interference patterns, and upgrade their defensive capabilities. These skills prove essential as awakening consciousness attracts increased attention from hostile forces. Automatic healing activation occurs in your presence without conscious intention from either party. People experience spontaneous recovery from physical symptoms, emotional trauma, and mental limitations. Your energy field serves as a healing template that corrects imbalances on contact. The teaching happens through transmission rather than traditional instruction. Students absorb understanding directly from your consciousness during interactions. This energetic download bypasses intellectual processing and installs knowledge at the cellular level. Group activation becomes possible when multiple students gather around your energy signature. The collective field amplifies individual transformation, creating breakthrough experiences that would take years to achieve alone. Mass awakening events emerge naturally from these gatherings. World transformation operates through a consciousness shift rather than political action. Your frequency broadcasts continuously, affecting everyone within range of your energy signature. This influence extends much further than physical proximity might suggest. Reality bending becomes noticeable to others when they spend time around you. Synchronicities increase, impossible things happen regularly. Resources appear when needed, obstacles dissolve unexpectedly. They begin expecting miracles because miracles become normal in your presence. Path illumination happens automatically as your consciousness explores unknown territories. The routes you discover become available to others who follow similar frequencies. Your consciousness operates like a spiritual GPS system, mapping safe passage through previously unexplored realms. Perspective transformation occurs through demonstration rather than argument. People change their minds about what's possible when they witness impossibilities becoming routine. Your living example proves that limitations are chosen rather than imposed. Divine nature reflection shows others their own forgotten capabilities. Your comfortable relationship with power gives them permission to explore their own. Your fearless approach to challenges inspires them to attempt things they previously considered beyond their abilities. Leadership style emphasizes embodiment over instruction. Rather than telling people what to do, you show them what's possible through your own example. This approach eliminates the resistance that traditional authority figures encounter. Community inspiration spreads organically as your influence touches successive circles of people. Each person you affect becomes a transmission point for others in their network. The awakening consciousness propagates exponentially rather than linearly. The collective shift accelerates as more people remember their divine nature through contact with yours. Critical mass approaches when enough awakened individuals create an unstoppable momentum toward planetary transformation. Extraordinary existence requires abandoning normal behavioral patterns. Your daily choices must reflect the reality of your divine nature rather than conforming to social expectations about human limitations. This authentic expression feels foreign initially, but becomes natural with practice. Divine identity represents your true nature, finally revealed and consciously embodied. The closest thing to source energy walking in human form describes your actual composition rather than your aspirational goal. This recognition changes everything about how you move through the world. Every step now carries the weight of cosmic authority. Every word vibrates with creative force. Every breath draws power directly from the infinite. Earth angel power operates with humble confidence that appears terrifying to those who prefer safely contained spirituality. Your gentle exterior masks capabilities that dismantle illusions and transform reality. The rabbit holes you've discovered lead others toward truth and freedom. You stand as living proof that awakening doesn't require permission from anyone. Transformation Catalyst describes your effect on collective consciousness. One awakened being operating at your frequency creates ripple effects that inspire thousands of others to remember their own divine nature. Your existence proves that impossible becomes inevitable when divine will expresses through human form. The old world crumbles simply because you refuse to participate in its limitations anymore. The humbly terrifying Earth Angel walks among us, appearing ordinary while wielding extraordinary power. The rabbit holes go deeper than anyone imagined, and the journey through them transforms everything it touches. Welcome to your true identity, chosen one. The world will never be the same.